Hey y'all, welcome back to what I'm on today. Today we're going to go over my entire Hermes collection, so stay tuned.
Remind me of 12th grade, remind me of young shade, feel like a new shoe, remind me of old games, taste like an ice cold, taste like a mango, feel like some new socks, taste like an angel, she look like a Badu.
Hey y'all, welcome back to what I'm on today. My name is Lakia Chanel and I make videos about all things handbags, both luxury and contemporary, because you guys already know that I do not discriminate. So today we're going to go over my small Hermes collection. Today I have a collection of shoes and handbags. So as you guys know, I've been on this kind of quasi fake, not really, let's see how it's going to work out Hermes journey, because I did want to get a Birkin in store. As you guys already know, if you've been following my channel, I have already acquired a Birkin 35 that I got pre-loved. But I do want to talk to you about a couple of items that I was able to get in store and give you kind of my real, feedback on these pieces if you are considering getting them yourself. So first, I am going to start off. I'm actually going to start this off in the order in which I purchased. I will tell you that things escalated quite quickly. I have purchased all of these things this year. I think my first Hermes piece was maybe about 3 or 4 months ago, and then my last Hermes piece was probably about 2 months ago. So in a short time, I kind of picked up these different pieces and items. My very first purchase was the Hermes bag in the size 31. This is a special bag because most of the Hermes 31 bags come with either palladium or gold hardware, and this is a special edition because the hardware is actually the same color as the leather. This is in the color Rose Texas, and so I was able to get this off of the Hermes bag drop. Once I go over at all of my pieces, I'm actually going to show you guys what the Hermes bag drop is if you've never seen it before, and how you can potentially snag a bag. I was probably trying to snag something. I really wanted a Picotin or a bag. I have been looking at the bag for a really long time, like even before I knew anything about Hermes. Like this is probably like 6-7 years ago when I was looking on pre-love sites, scared to go inside of an actual luxury store. I was looking at the bag. I thought it was just a cool bag. At the time, you could get these, and you still can. These are great to buy pre-loved. You could get these for about $1,000, $1,500, and they're still around the same. You can get some for $1,500. I saw one of these, this same exact bag pre-loved, for about $3,500 or so, and I think that's pretty much the retail price. I'll actually put what I paid down below, but I feel like it was around like $3,500-ish, $3,500, $3,800, $3,900 for this bag. This was my very first piece. I purchased it online from that bag drop, and then I picked it up in my local store in Washington, D.C. And so I have a dedicated video about this bag, so I will pop that up there so that you guys can see. Since the time of that video, I actually turned this canvas inside out. So the cool thing about this bag, if you don't know, is that you can take this entire bag apart. If I don't want to have this handle, I can take the bag apart, remove the handle. You can turn the bag inside out. So it was in the retourne, which is the non-stitching, and then I kind of switched it to the cellier because I kind of like it to look a little bit more structured. I do have a bag organizer in this bag to keep it structured, and I've worn this a couple of times. It's kind of cool, but I'm kind of on the fence too. Like I feel like it's not a hard bag to wear, but I haven't worn it enough, and I haven't like reached for it enough, even though I want to. It's just like a cumbersome bag to wear at the moment. So yes, That's my honest opinion of this one so far. I think it is a great bag to purchase if you are interested in just getting a little whiff of Hermes and like their bags and their quality. These are ones that you can sometimes get into the store. If you are part of a smaller store, like my essay was saying that his client wanted this for 2 years. So I'm assuming that maybe DC is a smaller store, but I've seen people get lots of bags out of DC, so not sure. But this is how it looks when it is flipped on the other side. So I think the idea of the bag is like super cool. I think the idea that if I purchased another one in the size 31, I could switch the leather tops, mix and match the canvases. I think that's really cool. And this is called military canvas. So it's supposed to be extremely durable, very resistant against like, I won't say stains, but just more resistant, easier to clean, easier to take care of. So this is definitely a cool bag. I need to wear it more. If you saw my video unboxing this, you guys know that, I was super excited to get this because it was going to, start my relationship in the store, which was really cool. So I was excited to get this because I either wanted this or the Picotin. Those are the bags that are typically readily available, as well as the 24 and some of the other basically any of the non-quota bags are typically readily available. Readily being this, right? Because they sell out in seconds, but they're typically available a lot longer. And if you are interested in this in the larger size, I want to say it's a size 39. Those ones typically stay on the website a little bit longer, so you could probably snag one of those up with no problem. But this was my very, very first purchase. And yeah, here she is. My second purchase was the Royale loafer. And so these are the shoes that I actually ended up getting when I went in store to purchase or to pick up this bag. I had been looking at these, not hardcore, but you know how the universe sometimes universes, and you are looking at something and you just see it. And I was looking at these since last year, like this whole colorway since last year. When I went to Lisbon, there was a suede pair of the Royale loafers, first time I had ever seen them, and they were orange. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want them. And they did not have them in my size, which, by the way, this is a size 40. I wear typically a size 9 to 9.5. Regularly, but a size 40 in Hermes is perfect. So just FYI, guys, if you guys are wondering about the sizing. And so I saw these in store. They were sold out online. And then when I went in, they literally had this pair was the pair that was left. And I was like, oh, I did not come in here to purchase anything, but the universe and here they are. I will put the prices below for this. I can't remember how much it was. I think they were $10.75 if I'm not mistaken. But I will say, guys, these are super well made, right? They are such nice loafers. They're so comfortable. With the leather, for me, I would say the first time I wore them, they were comfortable for a bit, and then I'm like, oh no, they're not that comfortable, like after wearing them for a couple of hours. But then on that kind of, second and third time that I wore them, they're just great. They're super comfortable, and I really, really like them as a loafer. And so I would definitely purchase multiple pairs of these. Like, I am definitely into loafers, period, and I'm into their loafers. So I would say yes to these. These were a great buy, and I would definitely purchase them again. I feel like they kind of do a really good job of like jazzing up your outfit, And y'all know I love a jazzy loafer. I love a jazzy loafer, so here they are. The next purchase was a purchase that I made when I went to Toronto, Canada. And these are the Capri sandals. So I didn't know really anything about these sandals. I had told a girlfriend of mine because I love my J. Crew dad sandals so much. And I said, you know what? I would invest in a designer pair of like dad-like sandals. So I was thinking about the Chanel. There was a really cute pair of Louis Vuitton ones that I had seen. And I really wasn't like a fan, and I've tried them on before, of the Hermes Oran sandal. It's just too flat of a sandal for me, and it's not my vibe today, you know? It's not my vibe today. So, I happened to be in store, you know, trying to get a bag or whatever, and I ain't get no bag, but I did end up getting these. These were like a special edition color, he mentioned, and so I was like, you know what, let me try these on because they look so comfortable. And I'm like, they are so ugly. I kept saying in the store, I know he was probably getting offended. Maybe that's why I didn't get a bag. But I was like, they're so ugly. I was like, they're comfy, ugly shoes. You know what I mean? Like, they're just cute, ugly, bulky shoes. And so I ended up leaving with them. I paid pretty much around the same that I would have paid in the US. I probably paid a couple dollars more because while our dollar is stronger than the Canadian dollar, their taxes are super duper high in Canada. So I think I ended up paying about $20 or $30 more than I would have paid in the US. However, on the website everywhere, these are totally sold out. When I first got these, I probably did not wear these for a couple of weeks after I got them. And when I finally did wear them, y'all, they were not comfortable. Like so the foot part of it was comfortable, but this part of it was not comfortable against my feet. So it took literally 2 wears because I said, you know what, I'm going to try to just wear them more because maybe it's a stiffer leather. And so I wore them 2 times for, you know, several hours each time. And by the 3rd time, they were uber comfortable. So if you are interested in this Capri sandals, I would absolutely get them with the idea, at least my experience, that you have to wear them in order for them to become comfortable just based on the leather. Now these are shoes that I just slip on all the time because they are so freaking comfortable. So I would absolutely get another pair of these. I'm going to be going to Europe again this year, so maybe I'll be able to pick up another pair in Europe, or maybe, you know, I'll hit up my SA in DC to see if he's able to grab me a pair of these. I got these as well in a size 40, I believe. Yeah, these are also a size 40, so I think that my Hermes size is definitely a 40, and I would definitely recommend these. Again, the shoes are second to none. I'm not gonna say second to none because I've got some really nice shoes, but I'll just say these shoes have done me right. They're made really well, and you know, once you break them in, same story with the loafers. Once you break them in, they are just so freaking comfortable. So these are going to be part of my summer staples along with my J. Crew dad sandals. And these are in the mix, and I love them, and they're so comfortable. The last piece of my collection is my Birkin in the size 35. This is in Clemence leather, and this is the color Rose Japor. So this is my only pre-loved piece thus far from Hermes, and yeah, she's cool. She's chilling. I have no complaints about this bag. I'm sure that you guys saw my unboxing and my true first impressions, and I would say it's definitely a bag that's grown on me. I really love the color of this bag, and I do feel kind of cool that I was able to get the bag in the size that I wanted, in the colorway that I wanted, and the leather that I wanted. So I want to show you guys too, because one of the reasons I was attracted to this bag is because it reminded me of the Rose Japor, and like, look how closely aligned that they are from a color perspective. The Rose Texas and then the Rose Japor, they are so similar. Yeah, they're like very similar, almost identical-ish. Okay, so this is my last piece, the Birkin 35. This bag is from 2012, so she is 11 years old at the moment. I got her in really good condition. And she is thriving, and whoever had her, or maybe it was multiple people who had her before me, did a good job of keeping her up, touching her up, and keeping her in good condition. And after all these years, 12 years, she still smells of leather, which is really good, and I think speaks to the type of leather and craftsmanship of this particular bag. In terms of the Birkin, I feel like under the right circumstances, I would purchase another Birkin bag. Under the right circumstances, like I feel like there are some other similar bags to kind of give me the same feel without the price tag. So I just naturally am leaning that way. But if I found a really, really great deal on a colorway that I just felt like I had to have, I would definitely pick up another Birkin. So those are my 4 pieces. That is my small Hermes collection. Do I think I would be buying more from the brand? I would say yes. So I feel like, and I didn't mention this with my Cypri sandals, even though those sandals were like $800 and I think $30 or $880 or something to that effect, I had the price down there for you guys. That sandal was still way cheaper than the other luxury sandals. Like, you guys know the dad sandal, if you can find it from Chanel, is like over $1,000. I think it's like $1,500. That Louis Vuitton dad sandal that I mentioned, I think that one was between like $1,100 and $1,500 if I can remember correctly. So like getting those, even though $800 is a lot for a pair of shoes, these are probably the most expensive shoes that I own, period. But the pricing compared to some of the other luxury brands for similar type things was like way, way, way less, which was so interesting to me considering how, you know, Hermes is like put on such a quality pedestal. The fact that their prices for some of their items are just considerably lower than other brands. So I digress. But back to the subject at hand. I do definitely see myself purchasing more from the house. I do enjoy, I like their silk scarves. I'm not really a scarf girl at the moment. But if I can finagle that into my wardrobe, they have really pretty pieces. I also am a shoe girl, so I really enjoy, again, the Cypri sandals. I also enjoy the loafers, and I could see myself getting multiple pairs of those shoes as well. From a bag perspective, I definitely like their bags. From a price point perspective, you know, they're super expensive. So, you know, it depends. Like, if I felt a year where it's like, that's the only thing I wanted and that's what all my, you know, bag money was going to go to, then I would definitely like say, okay, I'm going to get a Birkin a year. But there are other cute things that I like. You know, there are like bespoke bags that I can like create myself. So I'm definitely not there yet. And this bag was kind of reasonably priced. But at the time that I'm making this video, I'm not in love with it. I don't love it enough to say that I would purchase another one. Now that may change because that does happen to me. Like, I'll get something, I don't really use it that much, and then when I start to use it, I realize it's so easy to use and I love it, and then I get more. So I haven't had that with her just yet, but who knows what the future will hold. If you have any questions about any of these pieces, if you have your own experience with these pieces, I would love to know that. So feel free to comment below. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I will see you guys next Saturday at 1, or if we're all lucky, maybe on Wednesday. Bye.